Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
Call me Cardi B, I run this like cardio.
Oh my God.
Nobody never killed nobody, so we gon' dance until we drop.
That's right, a little recap of a recent evening. Rolling down the street, smoking candy cigarettes, sipping on gin and jazz.
Way back.
With my mind on my money and my money on my mind. Yes, Roaring 20s Party. Gosh, I love this theme. It was this year's theme for the kids' school auction. People came out to play. We had fringe, feathers, fedoras. Robert, I ordered his outfit based off of Leonardo DiCaprio in The Great Gatsby. It's like one of those cases, you know, the Instagrams, it's like what you ordered, what you get. I don't know. I mean, I thought he looked pretty good, but then people started calling him Colonel Sanders all night. Speaking of roaring, that's how we introduce my favorite month of the year, because it's in like a... lion. We're talking about March. It's all that was for nothing though, because it's like 60 degrees outside. It's hot as hell. I have no I mean that's like too hot for a lamb even.
Right.
You know? I mean,
I'm surprised you even got the flowers on your head today.
I know, but this is the month, according to the great Emily Dickinson. March is the great month of expectation, and it's of green expectations, because not only is it the month that we celebrate St. Patrick's Day, but more importantly, we celebrate my birth.
Baby, what's
Hey! It's your birthday! It's your birthday! Go Angie! Go Angie! Go Angie! Oh, gotta have a little Riri, fellow Pisces.
Are we just gonna have a dance party, or are we gonna actually do a show? I don't even.
We gotta get some cake in here!
We're like 5 minutes into the show, and all we have are, we sound like we are at Barnum and Bailey Circus, or with Siegfried and Roy,
Got money on the flow?
or at a strip club. Anyways, we're just trying to set the tone, okay? I'm Angie Goff here, alongside with my favorite shenanigator on this planet. I decided, you know, shenanigans, shenanigator, right?
Yeah.
A shenanigator is someone who is an instigator of shenanigans. It was perfect.
Literally.
Yes. So,
It's
senior
me here,
producer, co-host, be on top.
And I love my Pisces. I just got to put it out there. I mean, Angie is the yin to my yang. I mean, we're both born on the 17th. I'm June 17th. She's March 17th. So
Yeah.
flood her social media on March 17th, people.
How lucky do you feel to know me?
Oh my gosh. I feel so lucky.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So lucky.
I thought, okay,
Angie
maybe.
is the star in my galaxy that forever shines.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Right. And we're going to get lit for her birthday, y'all. She's
You're
been
so-
trying to hide it.
You're so full of By the way,
No, you are my
back to-
lucky charm. You know this.
I know.
5-leaf clover. Screw the
Five-leaf-
4.
Wait,
5.
guess what? I did win something. You know, at the kids' auction, we didn't dress up just for nothing. Like, you have to bid on stuff and things like
This
that.
is the bougiest auction I've ever seen. All these parents dressed up as flappers and 20
Well,
style Great Gatsby.
you know.
I'm living for it.
But
loving
you know,
it.
my friend Bella, you know Bella.
She looked fly. Bella, love you,
she
girl.
was the chair. So when I had,
Oh,
yeah. So
all white.
I had to. So Bella is, you know, next level. Like, she shows up like
PTA president.
she walked out of like a magazine, right?
Definitely.
You know, and it's just like she's just flawless. And so, and she does really wake up that way, because I've been at her house like really early in the morning, and she looks like that. So
She
this is
woke
Bella
up
right
like
here.
this.
But her and our friend Jen and Sherilyn, they did a great job. But because Bella was in charge of it, she
looked like the
is like
bride.
now on a do not call list. So I was like, is there a package at the auction where you can buy all your friends back? Because that's what you're going to need to do now, Bella. But
We need to give her this. Do not disturb.
No, I needed that. No, but so we all went. It was fun. It was fantastic. It sold out, like amazing. And I actually won something
Was
at
it
the
open
auction.
bar? Wait.
Of course.
I was about to say, parents' night out. I hope there's some alcohol at the
Yeah.
school.
I mean, and if not, did you see my purse? You saw my purse at the opening. It was a bag of tequila. Okay, so
This is why I love her.
just for the kids. Okay, so this is what I won at the auction. Are
Okay.
you ready for this?
Yes.
Break out of your cage. And I told Bella, I said, Bella, I'm only bidding on this if there is really a cage. And she assured me there's a damn cage. And if there isn't, I want my money back. Mixed martial arts, MMA, self-defense seminar for 8 with famed UFC referee Fernando Yamasaki. Put up your jukes. Get ready to learn how to fight like a pro. Fernando Yamasaki is a versatile martial artist with black belts in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Judo, and Jiu-Jitsu. He experiences a range of refereeing in the UFC and competing all over the world and instructing SWAT teams and serving as a personal bodyguard to celebrities like Britney Spears.
Woo!
This famous UFC referee will lead a 2-hour private MMA self-defense seminar for 8, perfect for the ultimate girls' night. But Robbie, you can come too. Kids' birthday party or guys' get-together. An event sure to leave you feeling empowered.
This is going to be fire.
I'm so excited.
Fernando looks ready to go.
My question is, because Bella made me buy this, so Bella said she's gonna do it.
Okay.
And she's probably gonna be wearing high heels when she's doing it. But,
Probably.
And so, should we do this for the podcast? You think we need to film this? Yeah.
Is that even a question?
Absolutely. Okay. All right.
I'll be there filming.
Okay, all right. So you guys let us know there on the Twitter and Instagram. But I think right now I'm leaning towards like trying to set this up as like, I also
And can
want.
Brittany call in, please?
Well,
Brittany?
other people are paying to fund a scholar and to better the school. I signed up for the adult dodgeball tournament. I'm getting full blown outfits.
Oh my God, please do. Like with the team name and everything.
Yeah, I already got the headband.
And you know Robert will wear it.
I
Get
got
him the
knee
shorts
pads.
above the knee.
Yeah, and I got knee pads. I got elbow. I'm
you
ready.
ready.
I'm
You
so
are ready.
All right, no, time to get serious now. We are kicking off the show with clinking Corona. Okay, we got Corona in here,
This is a Corona margarita.
and this is why.
Coronavirus outbreak has an unexpected effect on beer. Nearly 40% of beer drinkers, 40%, say they will not buy Corona under any circumstances right now. Let me point out, by the way, Corona beer's from Mexico, right?
Yeah.
There are no confirmed cases in Mexico.
Chuck. Ain't no Corona up in there.
Okay, I gotta still do 2 shows for Fox after this.
One more chug for the road.
I was like, I'm gonna drink Corona just so that everybody who thinks or that maybe this is what could infect you and kill you knows that it is totally safe.
Yes.
It is okay. So I just had to get that out
Blake's
there.
comment
Actually,
about Corona in Mexico.
I mean,
I'm done.
stop. It's so true though.
It's
but,
true.
But this is the thing though. I mean, some people just, they don't know, you know, and
Yeah.
then you see the memes out there. We are just flooded with so much different information. And I will say, Corona has come out and said that their stuff is still selling pretty strong. We talked about birthday month.
Yes.
Okay, March babies. We got a lot of March babies around here.
Yes, we do.
I'm not saying that March babies are special, but kind of special. And there's science to prove it, actually. There's a study out there, and I just want to share this with all my fellow Pisces and Aries, including our friend Charlie.
And
Whose
Oscar.
birthday is... Oh, Oscar's Pisces also?
He's an Aries.
So they're
And
at
Rob.
Podcast Village. They're kind of the masterminds of Podcast Village here where we tape our show. So the study came out. The highest percentage of CEOs are born in March.
Oh, wow.
So... but there's
Lost
always
baby.
Cookies are for closers.
high ratings of hyperthymic. I don't even know if that's a word.
That sounds like Angie, though.
Hyperthymic scale as adults equals positive outlook on life.
I don't think that's true. Angie, you know you be tripping.
No, I be tripping, but you know what? Hey, there ain't anybody who can dig themselves out of the trenches and the hole faster
Than
than
you.
I can.
That's true.
So a lot of people hit rock bottom and they're like, oh, drugs, alcohol, sex, rock and roll. I'm like, oh my God. Get yourself together.
Go girl, girl.
Say ah! Too good. For those who listen usually, please go to youtube.com/ohmygoff to watch.
Oh, we have so much to get to right now. I don't even, what is going on? Since we're talking about dancing, it just seems like the perfect segue to talk about my young daughter becoming a woman,
Literally.
trying to set the good example here at the Oh My Goff show. So she had her cotillion dance, which I didn't realize I was supposed to go to until you told me.
Yeah.
We actually had a shoot scheduled, and I had to,
That's for another day.
Horrible mother. But I showed up, and I don't think she was too happy about it. But I think this guy's more unhappy than she was. She's very proud that I'm there. Oh, somebody dance with my daughter, please. Give her the mirror ball. She was gonna punch me in the face.
She looked so beautiful.
She had a choice: dance with your dad or your mom. Are we surprised? Seriously, had tears in my eyes.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, just the pure joy on their faces.
I was thinking about
her as a little one, and she's your first.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
And one day she's gonna, her dad's gonna be giving her away, and I'm gonna be like, thank God.
Let's just put it down there. Adora.
Wait, can we look at that boy's face one more time? I thought he was gonna eat Adora, like just to get her out of there. He wouldn't even touch her. Look at the hand.
Adora looks like don't get too close. Like literally, she's just on the same page.
And then I started doing the Roger Rabbit at one point. That wasn't on camera. Because, like...
She is such the stage form. Adora! Adora, say hi! Adora, smile!
I wish I had a mother like me instead of nice. Nice gets your
All the other parents were like trying to stay out of the way.
But you know
in
what
the background. No. Somebody dance with my daughter, please.
But you know it was cute when Robert and Adora were dancing. It was like everything went away. She no longer...
And she was just laughing. Yeah. And at first she didn't want him to dip her. And then afterwards, because she was really embarrassed. And then she just loved it so much.
Yeah.
You just tell.
It's the cutest thing ever.
And then we got done in Adora's fashion. She's like, can we go get a steak?
Stay classy.
Adora's not really a tomboy, but Cotillion's all about mannerisms and becoming a lady. Have you noticed any difference in the household since she's been going to Cotillion? Did she cut her steak a different way?
No. No. She actually, we're in discussions right now what consequence she's going to suffer for borderline assaulting the babysitter.
Oh, my God.
And sabotaging Bob's play date. Oh.
That's a whole other story.
You didn't hear about this?
No.
No. Okay. So they went possum hunting. I look outside while I'm getting ready for the 1920s roaring whatever. I think this is brilliant. I'm going to entertain the kid who has to be entertained 24/7 because he can't find fun.
Yeah.
I don't know why kids can't find fun anymore these days. So I have not one, but two of his guy friends come over. And I'm like, play Beyblades. You know what? Nintendo Switch, watch YouTube, do whatever you want. Robert's like, you got to see this. I go and I look from my second story window. Bob has a football helmet on. Adora has gloves on. The kids are all decked out and they're going possum hunting.
I found cheddar.
Oh, God.
So I tell the babysitter that's here because we're going on a Roaring 20s night. I said, maybe there's like 4 kids out there. 2 of them aren't mine. Can you maybe bring them in after hours? Adora does not like this and does not like that she's shutting down the possum hunt. I get a text from the babysitter who's like, Adora's bumping me. And I guess she was just like walking around like...
Yeah.
Bumping, not
because she's sassy. Like she doesn't know how to express it.
Adora comes in, and I didn't see the text message because I'm putting my makeup on and stuff. And then she's like,
"This is the worst day ever. The babysitter is being horrible. She's being so mean."
And she's like, "Henry," one of Bob's friends, says this is the worst play date ever. So I go out there and I'm like, "Henry, is this the worst play date ever?" And he's like,
we had to come in. They wouldn't let us look for the possum And so then Adora told us, if she's not going to let us look for the possum, then nobody can have any fun.
She was the instigator. Basically, all the kids went their own way and they were just not having any fun because Adora's a silent protest for not being able to continue to find this possum that's in our yard all the time. You need to see how I roll into work every day because people don't believe it.
It is so true.
I am an old bag lady. I walk in and people are like, we know you're coming from a mile away because you're so loud. And I'm like, yeah, because I'm carrying 500 pounds of stuff. And the reality is that I will leave for the day and I sometimes will do 2 to 3 different changes of clothes because depending on what shows I'm doing or what events I have to go to and so forth. And so I just have zero time. But like, this is one of my new favorite bags because it's long and it's totally durable. And actually, I've only had it 2 weeks, and a couple people have already stopped me because they love what it says.
Yeah.
It's what's inside that counts.
It's true.
I don't have time to like take care of the house and stuff. And this actually came in my deco-crated box that I got. So I get one every 3 months.
Yep.
And it's pretty awesome. I have like 6 to 8 items that come in, and I can put them all together, or I can just style them differently. And this is actually Ren's favorite thing.
I know.
I think you saw like the video. She's like, "It's my birthday." I'm like, "It's not your birthday. That's not your bag." She loves like carrying bags and like filling things up.
She's a bag lady like
So-
you.
I know.
It's so swaggy. There's always something new and cool inside the box.
I know. And what's also neat is that there's like a community. So there's deco creators. I'm not at deco creator level. Like I would never be like, oh, I'm there, But other subscribers that love decor, they love sharing, ways that you can use it. Like the lantern. Adora wants to put like her little fairy stuff in it. I'm like, yeah, we're not doing that yet. You can use it after I use it for my spring decorating.
But we're all about saving and balling on a budget. So all you got to do is use the code OhMyGoff10 for $10 off on a quarterly subscription, or use OhMyGoff30 for $30 off of the annual subscription. And again, it's so worth it. Every 3 months, new swag for the home. I mean, it's perfect.
I know. And it's a way to really just bring a spring theme as we enter March in the spring months into the house. I mean, so many times my friends come over and they're like, how do you do this? Like, how do you have the time? You're so busy. And I'm like, ooh.
Deco-crated.
I'm a cheater.
So go to decocrated.com, y'all, and put out that code OhMyGoff10 or OhMyGoff30 to get your discount.
Okay, so as we continue to kick off our favorite month, I think it's fair to say when you think of March, you can't help but think of, a nice brewski and drinking. So we decided to tap into the mind of a friend who might know a thing or two about a good beer, but also about growing up in one of America's most famous families. We sit down and have a cold one with Sam LeBlond, the grandson of President George H.W. Bush.
This is Atlas Brew Works, which is located in Ivy City, DC, and they've been here for over 6 years. Justin and the team at Atlas have done a great job bringing DC beer back into the forefront.
I mean, they've been drinking beer in our nation's capital since the beginning.
From a long time. So the largest brewery was Hyrick Brewing Company, which was located actually where the Kennedy Center is located now. When Prohibition ended in the 50s, Hyrick sold their brewery to the government in 1958, and they built the Kennedy Center there. And so it's been a long time up until 2011 before we really started producing beer in DC again. So it was almost 50 years. Here in DC, craft beer still rules the roost.
Well, and I just love the names here.
That's part of the fun in craft brewing is coming up with great names.
1 inch of head, that's exactly what you want.
Pour it, you drink it. Any presidents or people that used to brew their own beer? Or
I know a president, George H.W. Bush, who was here and president. He's my grandfather. He's from Texas, right? And there's a great brewery in Texas called Shiner. But back when he was president in the 80s, it wasn't distributed here. And so when you're president, you're allowed to fill up your own fridge with what you want, and he wanted Shiner beer. It was kind of the first introduction to Shiner to DC. So he wasn't the main reason why Shiner came to DC, but I think he helped the cause so big that it's everywhere now.
Obviously you know a lot about beer, but you also know a lot about being a member of one of the most famous families in America. Where do we start with this, right? What was that like, though, growing up in the Bush family?
So my mother is Doro, the only daughter, and I felt like it was pretty normal. That being said, obviously it's not the most normal because, my grandfather's on TV or my uncle's on TV as president, but they were being pilled in a million different directions. As you know, they were going to banquets and doing this, and they have friends from all over the country, but when you had that time with them, they really made you feel like you were the only one there, and it was a gift.
And I know that you are carrying on, the stories of your grandfather through this podcast.
With the support of the George and Barbara Bush Foundation, we've kind of come up with this great podcast called All the Best. We thought this would be a great way to reach a new audience. We have a really great opportunity to tap into a lot of different people who've done a lot of great things in their community, but also have done a lot of things because of my grandparents.
Who've been your guests?
Oh, we've had some fun guests. So we've had people like Reba McEntire. She was amazing and sang the Lord's Prayer at my grandfather's funeral in Houston. And that was an amazing moment. So we talked a lot about that.
About family members.
We have a lot of family members. My mom, my Uncle George, my Uncle Jeb. Everyone always asks me, what did you learn from your grandfather? And treating everybody the same is such an important thing in life. And it doesn't seem like that, that important, but it really makes a difference on people's lives. And so the relationship with the Butlers to the relationship with the heads of state are the same. And a million people say George Bush is one of my best friends. It's because he makes those deep connections with people, even if it's for a short second.
The picture of me with your grandfather, I remember I skipped school that day. It was cold, it was in Korea, and he walked by and I yelled, Mr. President, Mr. President. It was that moment where I felt like I was the only one in the room. And I said, out of all these people, the president took my camera and we did what I guess we could call the first presidential selfie, right?
That's what I thought. I mean, I hadn't seen a selfie on record before then, but it literally is him holding it up. So
yes, I still to this day don't know how the White House had my address. I still don't know how they found me, but these pictures showed up in the mail.
Wow.
I had that in one moment, and then I wrote about it in my diary. Today I met President and Mrs. Bush. It was so great. I got his autograph and shook his hand and hers. I got pictures with him too. I went with Melanie. It was fun. I got front row seats since I came early. He's so great. Any funny stories?
We're a fun social family, so...
Who's the biggest party animal in the Bush?
Oh gosh, I'm gonna get in trouble. I'd say Jen and Barbara might be a fun time.
They're still, yeah?
We used to kind of get in trouble back in the day together.
I'm a royal enthusiast.
Oh yeah.
I
Oh
heard
yeah.
that you have a little bit of a royal encounter. Tell me about that.
Okay. I don't know if I'm really get in trouble if I tell this.
Give him another drink.
Yeah. Oh dear. So we were so lucky when we grew up to have a friend named Captain Latsos, who was a Greek shipping magnate. He was one of the biggest shipping magnates in the whole country, and he was friends with my grandfather. So he would invite us out every year, and he had these amazing boats. When we entered the boat, one of the staff members came up to my cousin Lauren. And my cousin Lauren at the time, she was a model for Tommy Hilfiger. One of the stewards gave her a note and had one of those big official seals on it. The week prior, the royal family had been on the boat, and the letter was from Prince William. And so we were like, oh my gosh, let's get, we ran into a corner and let's all, read what it said. And long story short, it said, I've been admiring you from afar. Nothing came of it, obviously, because now he's famously married to Kate.
Kate Middleton.
Kate.
Looks like...
A little bit.
Did you ever meet the Queen?
I did.
How was that?
Wow, I was pretty amazing. And we were so nervous. I was at the White House. My Uncle George had invited us she had making one of her many visits. And so I was, very tight. I couldn't put my hand out. I heard that if she puts her fork down for lunch, everyone's done. So the food came out. I'm eating as fast as I can, because I don't want to make sure that,
You're hungry.
Yeah, I'm hungry. And
Redskins fan, though, right?
I am a Redskins fan,
I heard
sadly.
But you were diehard.
I am, still am.
Is it true that you were the first to show up for the tailgate? Tell me
Yes.
about that.
So me and my friend Kevin, for about 7 years running, we were the first people at the game. So for a 1 o'clock game, we'd get there around 5 a.m. To say we used to win the tailgate because we'd rarely win the game. So we'd always do our best to win before, and then when we lost again, it wasn't as bad.
What is the best advice that you ever got?
I know you're busy, right? It's hard to make time to give back to your community. Maybe even one day is all you can give up. And some people say, one day, I can't make a difference in one day. And I think what's important to understand is that it goes beyond that one day of giving, because especially someone like you have influence over your friend group or your coworkers or your neighbors, right? And so, yes, you might be able to only give one day, but you can inspire 10 more people to do the same, so that one day of service becomes 11. And so you can start that ripple, and that ripple can become a huge wave, and it's a tsunami. And we got people all over the place giving back. And I think that's an important lesson that I learned from my grandfather, is that it doesn't stop with the giving.
Sam's podcast is called All the Best. You can subscribe to it on an Apple podcast or wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. I thought this was so cool. His mom,
Super cool.
Doro, she brought this by. This is one of his first campaign posters.
Yeah. And Doro actually has a podcast as well, produced by Podcast Village, also called Health Gig.
Now the time has come for this week's
Awakening.
Baby Raina was born with congenital heart disease and spent her first week of life at Children's National Hospital. We learned about this on social media. She had to have a procedure right after being born. We learned that her parents only got 5 minutes with her before she was whisked away to the NICU. The procedure was a success, and baby Raina, being less than a week old, was able to finally go home with her family. Her father, Jesse, get this, he was so happy with the care that she got from the doctors in the hospital there. He got a tattoo of the Children's Hospital Dr. Bear, along with the image of his daughter holding his finger.
It was my way of never forgetting this week, the people that played such an important role in the first week of her life.
And we are happy to report that little Raina is thriving and is doing fine, and the family is so happy.
Yay.
And we always love seeing those happy endings.
Yes.
So that is fantastic. That's a perfect way to wrap the show. We always like to end on a high note, a positive note, a wonderful one at that. Don't worry, though, because we got a whole lot more energy going into next week planned for you. More dancing.
Yes.
Different style. It's going to be fun. You are going to love it. Trust me, okay? Also, please, if you enjoyed it, if you liked what you heard, if you liked what you saw, come on, word of mouth, grassroots. That's the best thing that you could do is just by sharing it on Facebook, visiting us at YouTube. Hey, yeah, we're kind of new to YouTube. We're like old like that.
So click that subscribe button.
Yes, the little bell, ding. ohmygoff.com is a great place because people are like, where can I catch up on all the shows? Well, if you want to go to YouTube and find it that way, we have it right when you hit ohmygoff.com. You can see every episode right there along with some of our favorite things too, right? We're always updating that.
And if you like to listen, that's okay. Just don't forget to subscribe on Apple Podcasts and write a review there too.
Yeah, 5 stars.
Hey!
5 stars.
Like a Uber.
5 stars. If you give us 5 stars, we will give you a free Corona. Can we promise that? No, we can't. But just give us 5 stars.
Corona, hit us up.
And we promise to keep trying to give you a great time. We love you. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week. Ask Jeeves is up against the wall. He's trying to play it cool. Oh, the Colonel. Hey, a chicken.
Then you run the risk. Then you get it. I'm not going to use it.
Damn. Oh! Should I just hang up the paddle? It's the worst game of ping pong I've ever seen in my life.